Horseradish is a spicy seasoning that is present in many different cuisines and so loved by people all over the world. However, there are few people who know about the health benefits and harms of the plant. Horseradish is a perennial vegetable crop that is considered a strong phytoncide. Beneficial properties of horseradish. This plant grows in the same place for many years, so it has a strong root system and foliage. Horseradish has a spicy taste and a bright and rich aroma. Both the leaves and the roots of the plant have beneficial properties, and now we are going to tell you about them. Roots. Horseradish roots contain fiber, vitamin C, E, PP, and group B, 1, 2, 3, and 6, mineral elements like magnesium and calcium, potassium and ferrum, phosphorus, sodium, and sulfur, phytoncides and steroids, carbs and nitrogenous substances. Such a varied composition gives hematopoietic, antiscorbutic, expectorant, choleratic, and diuretic properties to this part of the plant. Horseradish also improves appetite, and so is very good for people with gastritis and low acidity, as the plant stimulates the stomach. It is indicated in patients with respiratory diseases due to antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory properties. Horseradish is also recommended to those who suffer from diabetes, intestinal failure, erectile dysfunction, hepatic abnormalities, hypertension, and kidney stones. The roots are used for disinfection of wounds, bruises, cuts, dermatitis, and areas with skin fungi. Grated horseradish root can be used as a compress for such health problems as sciatica, rheumatism, neuralgia, hypothermia, and lumbar pain. The water decoction may help remove age spots and freckles. Leaves. Horseradish leaves also have a lot of beneficial properties for the human body. They contain fibers and many vitamins as well as micro and macro elements. Allyl oil in the leaves of the plant increases the production of gastric juice, which stimulates appetite. But remember that large amounts of allyl oil may be very dangerous. The tops of horseradish have a positive effect on the immune system. The leaves protect the nervous system from stress. Also, they're a powerful antioxidant. This part of the plant is full of phytoncides and essential oils that may act as antibacterial and anti-inflammatory agents since they are natural antibiotics. Due to its high vitamin content, horseradish prevents scurvy. At the same time, the leaves of the plant help relieve cough, have beneficial effects on the work of cardiovascular and genitourinary systems, and improve the general well-being of the body. What are the benefits for the human body? The benefits of horseradish help with many diseases of both men and women like cold and inflammation processes, as the plant destroys pathogenic viruses and bacteria, thus stimulating the discharge of phlegm from the bronchi. Various gastric disorders like low acidity, dental problems, caries with stomatitis, and gingivitis with periodontal disease, diseases of the respiratory organs like tonsillitis, laryngitis, sinusitis, bronchitis, and pulmonary tuberculosis, hepatitis with inflammation of the biliary tract, and other hepatic diseases, articular disorders like arthritis of knee joints, rheumatism, and radiculitis, headaches, migraine, and neuralgia, disorders of the menstrual cycle, erectile dysfunction, skin problems like eczema, and purulent wounds. Horseradish may also help with the diseases of the urinary tract, cystitis, and gout. In addition, it has a positive effect on the heart and blood vessels, as well as relieves physical and mental stress. Beneficial properties of horseradish. Talking about beneficial properties of the plant, the first thing we need to mention is that it stimulates the body's resistance to various types of infections. In fact, the plant has significant healing properties that are recognized by mainstream medicine. It can be used for making infusions, decoctions, and other remedies that may help with bronchial pathology and in the treatment of cystitis. Horseradish is good for patients with asthma, hepatitis, infectious diseases, and vitamin deficiencies. Benefits for women. Every woman wants to save her beauty for as long as possible, and horseradish gives such an opportunity, as it contains vitamin E, also known as the vitamin of youth. It's so essential that it's manufactured as a separate dietary supplement, as well as added in the majority of ointments and creams. It's also an essential component of any multivitamin complexes. It's due to retinol that promotes active regeneration of dermal cells. It makes the skin look smooth and beautiful, and also strengthens the hair follicles. Horseradish also relieves pain during PMS. This is another property of vitamin E. Speaking of saving beauty, we should also mention vitamin A, which is a powerful antioxidant that reduces the effect of free radicals on cells, which slows down the aging process. The elimination of toxins is another important factor for women. It's not only good for health in general, but also for keeping the body in a good shape. Benefits for men. In the modern world, ecology, stress, and poor nutrition usually lead to a decrease in the male sexual strength, and if in the past it was just a problem of age, recently it has become a disaster of young people as well. Of course, there are many expensive remedies and other methods, but one of the simplest and most affordable ones is horseradish. Regular use of the spice can improve the male strength significantly. In addition, horseradish is a powerful natural aphrodisiac for both men and women. It not only increases sexual potency and libido, but also helps the treatment of urological disorders. Among other things, it's a mild and safe diuretic that strengthens the genitourinary system and suppresses germs and viruses that lead to various diseases. Another big benefit for men is the improvement of blood circulation in the follicles. Studies have proved that masks and other products made from horseradish can stimulate hair follicles and provide them with all the necessary vitamins and minerals. This is why they're actively used in the treatment of hair loss. In addition, horseradish contains a large amount of potassium, which along with magnesium strengthens the cardiovascular system and prevents concomitant diseases, as well as reduces the risk of heart attacks and stroke. For children, horseradish can cause the inflammation of gastric mucosa, which may lead to impaired gastrointestinal function, as well as poor absorption of food. Horseradish can be included in the child's diet from the age of 4, but some pediatricians say that the best age for it is 7. Contraindications of giving horseradish to children. Allergies, disorders of internal organs like kidneys, adrenal glands, and liver, hypersensitivity. The best way to give horseradish to children is making salads with olive oil or sour cream. Another good use of the plant for children is treating respiratory diseases and cough with horseradish inhalations. The leaves of the plant mixed with honey are an excellent remedy against coughs and bronchitis. For dry cough that is difficult to cure, make a remedy with lemon and horseradish juices. Another good agent for treating colds are horseradish compresses. Contraindications and harms. This spice is not for everyone. Horseradish can cause burns, so be careful with it and don't keep it near the skin for a long time. Even for people with healthy digestive tracts, it's advisable to use horseradish in small quantities. The plant may provoke an increase in blood pressure, stomach pain, cough reflex, tears, and in some cases even bleeding. You shouldn't use horseradish if you have liver or kidney pathologies or other chronic diseases of the gastrointestinal tract. Horseradish is contraindicated to eat in case of colitis and excessive hydrochloric acid, acute intestinal disorders, pregnancy and lactation, individual intolerance to horseradish. You should not use the spice if you suffer from disorders that may be exacerbated by it, for example gastric pathologies, even in the stage of remission. How to use horseradish. Horseradish has long been used as a cure for many disorders of the body and spirit due to its stimulant, antiseptic, antiscorbutic, anti-inflammatory, anthelmintic, and expectorant properties. In folk medicine, the plant is used to treat radiculitis. Grate the root finely, mix with fatty sour cream at the 2:1 ratio and apply to the sore area for 40 minutes. Do it up to 3 times a day for 3 weeks in a row. To lower the cholesterol level, mince 100 grams of horseradish root, 1 unpeeled lemon, and 100 grams of garlic. Dilute the resulting gruel with boiled water at the 1:1 ratio and place it in a cool place for a day. 1 tablespoon of the remedy should be taken every morning and every evening 40 minutes before meals. To support the liver during cirrhosis, take horseradish tops and some nettles, 300 to 400 grams each. Grate them and squeeze out the sap. Add honey. Put it in a container, cover with the lid, and store in the fridge. Drink half a cup up to 5 times during the day for 1 month. The supporters of folk medicine recommend using decoctions made from horseradish leaves to remove excessive liquid from the body and to get rid of edema as well as kidney sand. In cosmetology, since horseradish contains essential oils, the plant is an effective remedy to get rid of unnecessary pigmentation of the body like freckles, relieve swelling, and restore the freshness of the skin. The plant sap contains flavonoids, natural substances that stop the processes of cellular aging. Vegetable oils are responsible for softening the skin, maintaining its elasticity, and protecting it against solar radiation. Vegetable resins contained in horseradish bring the youth back to the ladies, eliminating the small wrinkles and filling the skin with energy. At the same time, the saponins contained in the sap of the plant increase the cell resistance against the harmful environmental effects. For facial skincare, use the gruel made from the plant roots. Just let it brew for 5 to 7 minutes to eliminate the bitterness. To get the sap, just squeeze it using cheesecloth. Horseradish mask may help you take care of your hair. To make it, take a spoonful of fat sour cream, the same amount of vegetable oil, and 1 grated horseradish root. Mix the ingredients and apply the remedy to the scalp. Then cover the area of application with plastic wrap and a warm towel or scarf for 40 minutes. After that, wash your hair with a shampoo. Use in cooking. Horseradish has been used as a spice for foods and as a vegetable for preservation for a very long time. The leaves of the plant are an excellent ingredient for pickles and marinades, and horseradish powder is used as a seasoning. Here are some recipes. Sauerkraut with horseradish. Horseradish contains preservatives, so many householders make sauerkraut with horseradish to store it for winter. Sauerkraut and horseradish. You will need 1 kilogram of cabbage, 100 grams of horseradish root, a raw peeled carrot, 2 bell peppers, 2 teaspoons of salt, 3 teaspoons of sugar. Here's how to make it. Cut the vegetables into thin strips, peel the horseradish, grate it and add to the vegetables. Stir the salad carefully, add salt and sugar and put it in a heat-disinfected jar. Fill the jar tightly and let it cool. Put the lid on and leave the jar in the fridge for 3 days. After that, it can be stored until winter. Before eating the salad, add some vegetable oil. Tomatoes with horseradish. You will need 2 kilograms of tomatoes, 450 grams of horseradish root, 10 cloves of garlic, 1 teaspoon of salt. Wash the tomatoes thoroughly, peel the horseradish, mince all the vegetables, add salt and sugar and put it all in jars. To extend the product's storage time, you can add vegetable oil or just grease the lids with mustard. Grated horseradish with beetroots. You will need 400 grams of horseradish root, 200 grams of beets, 6 tablespoons of 9% vinegar, 2 teaspoons of salt, 2 teaspoons of sugar, 400 milliliters of water. Grate the vegetables finely, pour warm water over the horseradish. Leave it for 10 minutes and then squeeze the water away. Add beet juice to the horseradish gruel. Then add salt, sugar and vinegar. Stir the ingredients and put it all into jars. Then place the jars in the fridge. Choosing horseradish. Choose clean, undamaged, fresh and firm but not dry roots, or just buy ready-made sauces from horseradish, for example Crane. Storing horseradish. Wrap fresh roots in a plastic bag and store it for 3 weeks in the fridge or for 6 months in the freezer. Grated horseradish can be frozen as well. Remember that grated roots lose the flavor very quickly, so keep them in tightly closed containers in a cold place for no longer than a month. That's all we wanted to tell you today. Make sure to click the like button and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the video. See you soon!